What's up guys, this is Devon with Repair My Funnel, and in this video I'm going to help you decide if the survey element is worth it to use in your business. Now I've been using ClickFunnels Classic since back in 2017, and even back then the survey element existed. Now if you've transitioned into using 2.0, one pro you might notice off the bat is the fact that 2.0 still does not have a survey element at the time of this recording. Now some cons, as I was messing around with it for a video piece that I was going to put out yesterday, is the fact that to some degree it kind of feels like the survey element is falling into pieces. Now as we're looking at the survey element itself, it has very limited function. So we're looking at the fact that if we were to go to add a question, for example, the only option is multiple choice. I assume they had plans to add more to it, but it had said that the survey element was in beta even when I was using it back in 2017, and that message didn't quite go away. So I don't know if they had more plans for it. One con with the survey element that I noticed is when I was actually trying to create a video for testing yesterday, some of the features will work randomly and sometimes they won't. One of them being the outcomes. I had set two different outcomes. One, a default outcome saying that, hey, if they don't meet the standards of a different outcome, just go to the next URL. And the other outcome saying, hey, if they answer a question a certain way, like why do you like Devon? Because he's better than Tyson, to lead to an alternative thank you page. Now here in a second, I'll test it and we'll see if it's working this go around. Like I said, I'm trying to come from a biased perspective here, but sometimes it was working and sometimes it wasn't. It looks like this outcome is firing now. Let's see if the outcome for the other question is working as well. So if I answer because he's better than Tyson, we should get to a different thank you page. And for some reason, that's not quite working. Now, as we go back into the survey element, you'll see that I have the actual outcome set in place, right? And we have this URL here. If we look at this URL, we can see that this URL is different than the thank you page that was there previously. So there are some good, some bad. There are triggers inside of the survey element. This trigger is meant to say, hey, if they answer a question a certain way, you can fire a pixel or a Google tag. I haven't had much experience with that as I hadn't really needed it at the time when using it. The other thing you can actually do is a question group. So if we add a question group, let's just say new question and just add a couple answers here, and then go back and say add question in group, and we'll say new question 2. What you can essentially do is you can make it so that if they answer a certain way, they might be brought to a different group, right? So people who answer pink for this might skip to this specific group here, right? So there's definitely some potential in the survey element for sure, but I feel like they created the element and they somewhat forgot about it. Some things to note in the advanced themes, things are very limited as far as what you can adjust. So you just adjust, question size, question sub size. You can do answer size as well. You can adjust the progress bar color, and you can adjust, hover color and everything like that. So as you kind of hover over these questions when we preview it, we should see a difference. Personally, based on what I was testing yesterday, I would say the survey elements honestly wouldn't be worth it. But based on how it's working today, I would say maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Now, as you can see, no matter what I do, that outcome is not coming to fruition. So if you're using survey elements for specific outcomes, saying, hey, if they answer a question a certain way, I want them to go to a specific URL, then maybe the survey element isn't for you. If you're using the survey element, let's say, to just answer specific questions and get some data, then maybe it is for you. Because as you can see, we're going through these questions and it looks like it's directing just fine now. So my conclusion is this: if you're creating stuff with the survey element in ClickFunnels Classic, some of the stuff like the outcomes you create may take some time. As yesterday, wasn't quite working for me. And the secondary thing is that if you're using outcomes in the sense of if they answer a question a certain way, bring them to a specific URL, it's looking like that's not working at this time. But basic questions and question groups, along with the outcome of bringing somebody to the end of the survey to the next step in the funnel, we're perfectly fine at this time. I'm not here to be a bad guy and say, hey, this is not something you should use and here's why. I want to bring kind of an unbiased opinion on what I was testing and what I noticed here with the survey element inside of ClickFunnels Classic in 2024. If you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor, don't forget to like it, hit that notification bell, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any updated videos from us here at Repair My Funnel. If you're unfamiliar with Repair My Funnel, we are a done-for-you tech support service, and for a limited time, we are offering our services for just $1 upfront for 30 days. If you are a business owner and that sounds like something that is amazing to you, you can go to repairmyfunnel.com today to get started. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the next one.